Blutbad.
Hello and welcome back to another behind the scenes toy photography video. Today I'll show you how I made an urban back alley out of styrofoam. I call this shot Wherever I Go, He Goes. I'll also show you my editing process in Photoshop. The main action figures I used for this shot were the Glavis Ringworld Mandalorian figure and Grogu. This is one of the biggest sets I've made so far, and it was a real blast to come up with. For my ground surface, I used a 2-foot square concrete paving stone. I'm sure you've noticed me use this quite a bit in the past because it's really versatile and large enough to let me experiment with a lot of angles. My wall here was a piece of packing styrofoam that came with a computer monitor. I customized it by painting it and cutting some holes for these 3D printed doorways. As always, I'll leave links for these prints in the description. Next, I posed and placed my figures. I was going for a seedy criminal back alley feel, so I mostly used figures associated with gangs and thievery. In the midst of all this was our favorite father and son duo, Grogu and Din Djarin. Following that, I filled in the scene with some 3D printed crates and droids. My back wall was another piece of packing styrofoam. This one came inside a dryer I got, and I carved a stone pattern into it before painting it. I finished the scene with yet more packing material. This is some of the paper-based padding that Hasbro Pulse shipments include. Lights out and time to shoot. Here's my starting image. I took 2 separate exposures, one with Grogu and one without. This allowed me to use layer masking to remove his figure stand. I also blended in a 3rd exposure to darken up the light shining through the paint on my wall. After that, I added adjustment layers for levels, color balance, hue, and saturation. Then I added a custom vignette and did some dodging and burning. Lastly, I used the brush tool to add some glowing eyes to the Jawa. So once again, here's my starting image. And here's where I ended up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button and checking me out on Instagram. Thanks, and until next time.